Ashirwad is the best in the business.
So we are on a very, very Formula One fast track on real estate right now. Candidly speaking, you have to be careful because there is a lot of supply coming. There is a lot of demand as well. Dubai is the growth capital of the world.
What advice would you give to new and up-and-coming brokers coming into the real estate market in Dubai?
The number one thing that helps a real estate broker to be successful is belief. They're building 4,000 people staff accommodation for Wynn. People do not want what they have.
Do you accept cryptocurrency?
The challenge, though, is the banks have to accept.
Where do you see India in coming years? Hello and welcome to BetTalks, powered to you by Zero X Processing. I'm Rick Godds and I am joined today by a very special guest. He's a true friend of mine. He is an entrepreneur. He is the chairman and founder of Candour Real Estate. He's an investor with over 17 years of experience in Dubai's real estate market. Let's welcome to BetTalks, Ashirwad Somani.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Welcome to BetTalks. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
You're a hard man to track down, but you're here and it's great to see you.
Same here.
Yeah, of
Likewise.
course. A lot of things happening.
Yes.
How's 2025 treating you?
2025 is very, very exciting what is happening right now. In fact, even 2024 was phenomenal. And 2025 is just, giving me the very, very crazy busyness about everything.
Yeah.
And 2025, it's like everybody is going full swing into real estate, and it's a lot to do.
Absolutely. I always say I think 2024 was such a big year.
Yes.
To follow it was obviously
Absolutely.
So much going off. Which is obviously one topic I want to discuss heavily on. That is the real estate market. You have been in the game for 17 years.
Yes.
Wow. Tell me your predictions. Obviously to all of our viewers, this is some serious predictions that you've got going here. What's your thoughts on the market right now in Dubai in the real estate industry?
Right. So, obviously this is on everybody's mind. The market has been very strong for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And one of the things I did predict pretty good was 4 years back about this market. And you can, have a look at one of the few videos I've ever made on my channel.
You do have your own YouTube channel under your name, Ashirwad?
Yeah, no, it's called Expert Eye Dubai.
Expert Eye Dubai. Check
Yes.
it out, Expert Eye Dubai on your YouTube channel, yeah?
Yes. So there is a particular video where I say in 2021 what the next years would be. And it's interesting to watch even for me sometimes because, you're like, okay, I was kind of making sense.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you ask me now we are sitting at a very high speed market. And what I mean by high speed market is, of course, there are possibilities of accidents when you're on high speed.
Of course.
But the thrill of high speed and the traveling and the distance of high speed is amazing. So we are on a very, very Formula One fast track on real estate right now.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. Experienced drivers will do well,
Yeah, of course.
But newbies will have difficulty, especially investing. You have to really know what you're doing.
Absolutely. The biggest question is, what everyone's talking about, is this Dubai bubble going to burst?
Right. So you see, bubbles and booms are usually in hindsight, right? So eventually it will be a bubble. Is it a bubble right now? Nobody can say that for sure.
Yeah.
I would be wrong by saying, now we are in bubble, or no, there is no bubble. You would find out once it burst how much of a bubble it was. But if you ask me, and I know I'm saying a few controversial things, people like to say, no, the market is going only up because, they have to sell the next property.
Of course they do.
I don't have to sell the next property. I am off that horse now. So candidly speaking, you have to be careful because there is a lot coming. There is a lot of supply coming. There is a lot of demand as well. But if anything gives and any demand gives, the supply is still going to come, right? So I think Dubai is doing everything right, and everything right that they're doing is working in their favor. We just hope if it continues like that, I think we are still in a very healthy growth stage.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it an outright bubble at all because people who are investing are not investing that they will today buy and tomorrow flip, because we've seen that kind of euphoria as well in the past.
Yeah, sure.
People are at least sanely investing thing will carry on, but sentiments change.
I mean, for 17 years in the market, you must have been doing something right. For such a saturated market now, obviously what it is. I mean, how many registered brokers? I mean, there's over 50,000 registered brokers now.
I just can only guess. I think my figure is brokers. If you ask me, there are more than 150,000 brokers, in my opinion.
Wow.
So many are just new and not registered. To be honest.
Not registered. Yeah. So people just sort of freelancing.
Or in the process of registering. So many people are becoming brokers right now.
Yeah. What advice would you give to new brokers? I mean, it's incredible what you've done in such a period of time. What advice would you give to new and up-and-coming brokers coming into the real estate market in Dubai? Because it's hard. It is hard.
Yes, definitely. It's not for everyone. Real estate is not for everyone. A lot of people come in and they do not see success and they, have to leave. And I think the number one thing that I think helps a real estate broker to be successful is belief.
Yeah.
I think doubt is a killer for a real estate broker.
Sure.
And of course, if you're in a situation where you need money next month, you don't have the luxury to just keep believing in it when the money is not there in the pocket. So you have to have a balance of both. You have to know that this can take a bit, and you have to believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
And I think you have to consistently do what you need to do every day, independent of whether you're successful in convincing today to come for a viewing or not, or what happens throughout the day. Tomorrow morning, you should have the same amount of energy again.
Of course. Yeah.
I have seen a lot of brokers go like this, like excited, and one guy who didn't write the check, and they are like 3 days are gone because they're depressed. I don't think those can survive.
Sure.
You have to somehow become completely nonchalant to these things. Like Absolutely. You have to be immune.
Are the Indians still dominating the market?
Actually, the domination is there, but we see so much of the market opening. The Europe is a very big market.
Yeah, Russia as well.
So if you ask me, it was 80-70% dominance earlier, and 30% had rest of the world.
Yeah.
But I think now at least we are at 50-50, if not more, or maybe 40%. And when I say Indians, UK, Pakistanis. I'm calling all the South Asian. Not.
But the big players tend to be Indians in the market, don't they?
I mean, it depends. But yeah, there are some big players which are Indians, but there are some other bigger players as well. Okay. I cannot say Indians are the biggest players.
They're up there.
That's your view of real estate through my eyes.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I was at Candour in my real estate days, and I've got to compliment you. Now, you did send me to some of the developers' offices. I'll never forget this story. The likes of Damak and Shoba, and these are close friends of yours that you've known, obviously, since when you started 17 years ago, and they did tell me the same stories, all of them. And I've told you this story before. And then they all said that Ashirwad is the best in the business. So I've got to compliment you on that. And these was from developers' offices. These was the managing directors and stuff like that you introduced me to. So people do have very good words to say about you. You obviously Candour, you built Candour from scratch yourself. Now I believe you're sort of moving away from the sort of day-to-day running of.
Yes, so Candour is now professionally run and independent of me, because I realized at one point in time that I am the biggest bottleneck of my brokerage company because I've got so many other things to do.
Yeah.
All related to real estate, by the way, but I'm helping developers from their sales and marketing perspective. I'm at strategic level, I'm giving a lot of different development related advices to developers, partnering with few of them in some form or other. So that's a space where I actually enjoy, and I feel that my utilization is. So, you said that you went to a lot of developers and they said, I'm the best, but I've never gone and said, okay, I am, I did the highest sale. So I wonder why they call me best, because there are number 1, number 2, number 3.
3, of course. Yeah.
Right. So actually what is my relationship with them is because I operate at a strategic level. And when somebody needs to kind of get rid of half of the building, or something like that, structurally, that's where my forte is. And realizing my forte is one of the most important things that I've done in the last 3 years. I've realized what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And
Selling
I'm
in
focused
bulk,
on that.
yeah.
Selling in bulk, selling bigger things, helping the developers in strategies is what I'm enjoying the most.
Impressive, impressive. What is the biggest ticket size property you've sold in Dubai?
So land is different, a villa is different.
As an actual secondary market.
It's not very big number. These days you hear very crazy numbers,
Okay.
but I sold a 86 million dirham villa.
Wow.
I sold a piece of land that was 400 million dirhams. So, different. But I think what I take pride in terms of, if you say, what was your sales day, like when you said, today I did it, I think I sold off plan in one particular community, 4 villas, each were valued at between 42 to 47 million. And I sold 4 of them. So that day I sold 175 million dirhams of real estate in one day.
Wow.
So that, I like.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
I like to think of that as a good
good
day.
achievement. Yeah, for sure. So obviously Dubai is expanding rapidly.
Yes.
Extremely rapidly.
Yes.
Where do you see Dubai as a whole in the next 10 years?
So I've said this for the last 10 years, I guess, if not more. And I will say this for another 10 years, that Dubai is the growth capital of the world. The way Dubai grows is not by birth, is by immigration into Dubai. And the population growth is phenomenal. Dubai population used to double every 10 years. Now it doubles every 13 years. Obviously, doubling size has become bigger. So that means you need, whatever Dubai you see today, you need exact same amount of Dubai in the next 13 years.
Yes.
Which is a crazy thought to have.
Yeah.
That's why there will be so much activity in Dubai, and Dubai has still got a lot of potential to grow.
Yes.
So I see that Dubai real estate market is always going to be booming because Dubai has a very strategic advantage, and Dubai has done some very, very right things to attract the right people.
Correct.
To come and live here.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer. Now, obviously, there is so much changing, and not just in Dubai.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the Emirates alone are expanding.
Yes.
The likes of Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, even Abu Dhabi. They're expanding the likes of bringing land-based gaming / gambling to the UAE.
Correct.
Which is, it's life-changing. It's just a massive change within the world. A Muslim country having online casinos, land-based. What's your thoughts on gaming / gambling coming to the UAE?
That question had to be there, otherwise it wouldn't make sense to have BetTalks. Right?
It is a key factor that we do talk about. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, and this is a key factor for at least the Ras Al Khaimah, and it's not going to impact only Ras Al Khaimah. It will impact the entire UAE and the neighboring surrounding areas, because I think it does a few things. If you ask me, there is a lot of perception issues that Dubai had, which Dubai broke in the last 20 years. People used to think that Dubai is a desert. There are camels there, and then they came to the airport of Dubai. They're like, I don't know, something is different here.
Yeah.
So I think when Dubai opens up to something like gaming, people understand and perceive that this is a very business-friendly, modern, today's generation
Tech city, I would
tech
say. Yeah.
and in all fields. It's not only about gambling. Like gambling is a big news.
Yeah.
But AI, blockchain, in anything which is forward looking, Dubai is taking a very big step right towards being the leader in that industry, and I think that is helping the perception of Dubai.
Sure.
In the people who are not been here yet. People who've been here, they have a opinion, of course, after they've experienced the life of Dubai, but people who are outside, and that's the Dubai target market actually, because for their growth, as I just told you in the previous answer, that Dubai is looking at growing, and for that, people need to come here.
Correct.
I think gaming is a very, very big step. And why is it a big step? Is because gaming attracts a lot of tourism, and it's a specific kind of tourism, and it's a rich tourism.
Correct.
And it has so much development around it, which happens because of that. And I think that's the real reason why they understood and wanted this concept to come to Ras Al Khaimah, because tourism of Ras Al Khaimah will grow, and Dubai tourism is already going to grow. I say to a lot of people that Dubai used to be like a 5-day trip. Now it's going to become a 5+3-day trip for most of the first-time comers.
Sure. I did see some stats that last year there was over 40 million visitors to Las Vegas and 17 million to the UAE. So the difference is that the gambling clients.
Correct.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Las Vegas is not on the seafront.
Correct.
There is still issues with central location. It's one corner of the world.
Yeah.
So I think Dubai's got that crazy strategic advantage in the location that they've chosen. I don't know of any other sea beach resort with gaming. Macau, but I've been to Macau, but there is no gambling on the sea.
No. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any resort I can stay in where my family can go to the beach.
Correct.
And I could go gambling.
Yeah. With guaranteed weather. I mean, because it always rains in Macau anyway. So, so I always say this theory. You look at Macau, you look at Vegas, what's in the middle?
Yes.
The UAE.
Yes.
So it connects all of these sort of land-based gambling areas all together.
Correct.
Let's touch base on Ras Al Khaimah alone, on Marjan Island. Now, I know you're heavily involved in Marjan Island. The Wynn is currently being built as we speak. You've got the address popping up there, the Nikki Beach. What else is happening there that you know of and that you're involved in?
Lots is happening. So there, the development, like if you just been to Marjan Island, I encourage you to go and somebody should do a time lapse of that place.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy because I know of so many developments which have been sold and are going to start construction there. I know of so many other developments which are, some of them I'm part of as well, are coming in the next 3 months. Some big ones and some small ones, and all of them are going to go live at the same time. So from now to 2027, and this is a YouTube idea if somebody wants to take it, is do a time lapse of Marjan Island, and it's going to be some Discovery Channel shit. You will have something to show that this happened in Dubai, in Ras Al Khaimah, and so fast.
0x Processing are focused mainly on two things: acceptance rate and security, achieving an unprecedented level by combining blockchain infrastructure with broad account security measures. 0x Processing, a crypto payment gateway for your business. So, another big question, obviously, that's out there is the property market in Ras Al Khaimah going to go through the roof once the casino is open come 2027? Or will we see casinos in Dubai once that first one is active?
Well, that's all open for speculation.
Correct.
The reality today is that there is one casino, which is in Ras Al Khaimah.
That's correct.
Construction happening, approved, gaming authority being formed, everything. I think Dubai government or UAE government, because this is all a federal decision, is looking at Ras Al Khaimah themselves as well. And they would like to see some sort of success there before they think seriously about anything else. There are possibilities. I know of some newses that this is the place allocated for casino in Dubai, this is the place allocated.
Yeah.
But if you look at the news very carefully, you'll find that all of them are dated 2033. Okay? So from 2027 to 33, they do not anticipate opening of any casino.
Right.
If you look at Wynn construction, it's a site. I took a picture last week from a hotel room from Movenpick. You see directly the Wynn construction.
I was staying at the Waldorf. It's just literally you can see.
Yes, you can see from there as well. So there are, I think I counted around 19 cranes and lights and 24 hours construction.
Okay.
And the glasses started going up. The building is almost reaching its top height. It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Coming other casinos, you can never say no. But I think Ras Al Khaimah has a very big lead on this.
For sure.
Yes.
They're saying that the actual gaming floor alone is going to be 4 times the size of the Wynn in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And did you hear that as well?
So I've heard something else also, which maybe a lot of people don't know. So Wynn has contracted somebody to build staff accommodation, and they're building 4,000 people staff accommodation for Wynn.
Wow.
In Ras Al Khaimah. So that is one staff complex.
Yeah.
So 4,000 people just for the Wynn Resort alone.
What would you say is the best development to buy in Ras Al Khaimah, close to Marjan Island?
Oh, I cannot say that. I am quietly part of many.
Many, yeah.
But I think what you should do is you should buy a good rentable property.
Yeah.
Because essentially that place is going to be Airbnb Mecca. Like, you're going to have amazing. One advice I can tell people is, even if you're buying a residential building, look at the amount of amenities and everything that people have there. Even the gamblers, they will not use the amenities because they will be busy gambling.
Sure.
But people, when they decide to stay on a place, they would like to have, in case I lose all my money, which beach will I relax on?
Of course.
So I think overall judgment, but from now till 2027, there will be a very, as Wynn will take shape. So I always say that I'm saying something from before the Wynn design was even launched, right?
Yeah.
Because we got the opportunity to be privy to the news pretty early on. So from that time, I'm saying as Wynn will come shape, the market of Ras Al Khaimah will grow.
Yeah.
What happens after 2027, I am not 100% sure, because it will then depend upon the traffic that comes and the real economies that happen.
And also the private jet terminal is in Ras Al Khaimah, which is allowing, obviously, the high net worth individuals to fly in via private jets, and then obviously do the gaming, gambling within
the Ras Al
Marjan
Khaimah
Island.
airport actually is a pretty developed airport.
Yeah.
Of course, it will develop more. But it is also 35 minutes from the casino. And if you look at the Dubai airport is also like 55 minutes from the casino. So
it's nearer there.
Yeah, it's not a very big deal to fly in to Dubai airport and directly go to the casino.
Sure. So obviously there's a lot of activity on Marjan Island. I mean, it's incredible what's happening. As you say, you are heavily involved. What's your thoughts on DXB moving to the Dubai South?
So I have maybe it's not a very popular opinion, but I do not see airports as moving the center of the town.
Right.
Because you see around the world, airports are outside the town.
Correct.
There will be activity around the airports, which is related to the airports. A lot of warehousing, cargo, all these facilities, their staff accommodation and there. But I do not see premium property moving there.
Yeah.
Actually, so a lot of people are saying, oh, Dubai South is going to go to the roof because the airport is coming there. I don't see that, because there will be a lot of development there, but it has to be reasonable development. It has to be a affordable accommodation. It has to be, because those people who will work in those warehouses and those logistics, they need accommodation there.
Yeah.
And not your billionaire or millionaire who wants to be in Dubai Mall.
Of course. Yeah, great advice. I can see that. I can see the sort of theory on that, but it's still very unknown. Still very unknown, in my opinion.
It will depend on other things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it depends on other developments around it. Airport itself doesn't give you, now this is going to go through the roof.
Yeah, of course.
Looking at around the world.
Also talks of another island in Jumeirah where there's Bellagio, the Aria. I mean, there's a lot of hype.
There is, and it definitely has some element of truth in it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, anything published here is not unvetted, and I'm sure nobody just said something out of their own mind.
Sure.
But I think there could be negotiations, there could be some sort of talks, but it's not. If it's solid also, we don't know it 100% yet.
Yeah.
And I think eventually they are warming up to the idea, let's say.
Yeah, sure.
But the Ras Al Khaimah Casino is now a done thing.
Yeah, done thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Some great insights, some great opinions there. Obviously, definitely valued with 17 years of experience. So you, like I say, you're definitely worth listening to. here at BetTalks, we discuss everything from gaming/gambling, crypto, AI, blockchain, so everything emerging tech within the UAE.
Yes.
I know you are involved in an AI project. What's your thoughts on AI technology?
Not too many people know that, by the way. But
all of our viewers
now they will. No, I am very, very believer of technology. I'm a huge believer of technology.
Yeah.
I am a crypto first guy. I was when Bitcoin was very new, I took all my salespeople and I kind of did training sessions with them.
Wow.
I took all my family and young kids and I gave them a coaching lesson on you need to learn this thing, blockchain and crypto. AI is definitely this is basically a future that you cannot avoid, right? So I was having a discussion the other day and there was a biggest feedback which somebody gave me initially when my AI project on real estate was being discussed. They said people are not going to trust AI for buying a property.
Yeah.
And I told them that people do not want what they have, and you should not build what they have. What you should build is what is definitely going to be the future. Yeah. And I said, definitely people will buy from AI. If they are not ready today,
so
they
virtual buying real estate. That's what
I give too much. Yes. So essentially, AI related or assisted.
Of course.
AI is very good at data processing.
Yeah.
Very good, meaning I'm saying very good, but it's phenomenal at data processing, and nobody can process data and give you results as AI can.
Have you seen this new DeepSeek out in China? DeepSeek out in China. It just
so it makes the product that we are making. We are very thrilled because any cost reduction on AI, it helps every AI developer.
Wow.
Because anything that you're building, imagine you're making a program, and the cost to run that program on AI is going to be expensive.
Sure.
So that means you cannot let every user come and talk to it for free if you don't have a very expensive product to sell.
Yeah.
But with the cost of AI, and DeepSeek is one example. Now the door is open for others to come and challenge, and the cost will go down.
They're saying that this DeepSeek is making ChatGPT look like someone invented it from nursery, like it's.
I think not exactly that, maybe, but maybe they are very cost effective. Yeah. They are very cost effective, and that is a big thing. That's a big
knocked over $1 trillion off the actual
the stock market.
Stock market, yeah.
That's a bubble.
Yeah.
That if you ask me about a bubble, I would say that Nvidia stocks and these stocks, Tesla stocks, these are trading at crazy. I'm not a stock expert.
No.
Just don't take my advice on that. It might rise tomorrow, double. I don't know.
Of course, yeah.
We heard Ashirwad. I am a real estate guy.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm also a finance guy from my background. So the PE ratios and stuff like that is completely off the charts. Sure. Never seen before ratios of valuations. This is because a lot of new people have entered stock market, and this is new money which has bloated it up.
For sure.
And I think we have to be very careful there.
Absolutely. So you just mentioned one thing a minute ago, and that was cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
You've obviously been in it since early days. Yes. What's your actual thoughts on cryptocurrency as a whole? Where do you see cryptocurrency, let's say, within the next 5 to 10 years' time?
So I divide cryptocurrency in 3 markets. Frauds.
There's lots of that.
Memes. Memes are also frauds, but
they are a hype.
And utility coins, bitcoins, technology-based coins, Solana, Cardano. They have projects behind it. They have use cases behind it. I am a firm believer of Bitcoin. I am very, very firm believer of blockchain as a technology. And whatever related to that in crypto world comes up, I'm very, very keen on looking at it, understanding it better.
Yeah.
I completely ignore the meme market. I do not care if $1 became $500,000 or $500,000 became zero.
Sure.
I only look at this from a very objective, non-financial perspective. And I think great technology is what is happening in crypto.
So you didn't invest in dog with hat then, no?
Absolutely. What? Dog with
Dog
what?
with hat, that meme
Nah,
token.
no way.
I mean,
I didn't. And you can call me a loser because they made money. But I don't care about that.
some of these meme tokens are just zero usability. It's just pure speculation. It's pure hype. It's community.
It's gambling.
Yeah, it's gambling. It's community-based
Which
building.
is fine if you want to do that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you cannot give me a lecture on why this will go up.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's not acceptable. It goes up, you made money, great.
I
Good
always
luck.
think I'm a realist, and I look at things. I'm like, where's the usability in this? If there's no usability, where's the long-term actual gain?
Yes.
Like, how can this token? How can you actually pay?
What is the productivity of this?
Correct?
What is it helping
Yeah.
to save time and effort off so that this has value?
Yeah. Yeah. Great theory. Great theory. So you see cryptocurrency, well, especially Bitcoin alone, being a dominant source of payment solutions in the near future?
I'm not sure. There's a lot at play there. I'm not an expert as well, to be honest with you. My most of the time goes in real estate, so I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you that disclaimer, but I have an opinion. And I feel the biggest challenge of Bitcoin is the government and how the government controls Bitcoin. And I'm talking about the world government, not UAE or US or one particular country alone. But I think that is going to be a determining factor because unfortunately, in spite of Bitcoin not being a government thing, government is kind of regulating the KYCs and everything for other reasons, and I understand them.
Sure.
It was a peer-to-peer currency. At peer-to-peer, it has all use cases. But with government involved, they can create a use case and then replace it like they did with gold.
Correct.
The biggest threat to Bitcoin is how every US currency was backed by gold. They could be, kind of dominating the Bitcoin space and then replace it with something. And then again, we are, for 100 years, we don't understand what is happening with us.
Gold's just hit all-time highs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gold, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
These are real value things.
Correct.
A lot of people will not understand why I will say Bitcoin is a real value thing, but there is a lot of value in it.
Still unregulated market, which makes people very skeptical. It's still
the regulation is what makes me skeptical, to be honest,
Right,
and the
okay.
opposite.
Okay.
And if you will ask some hardened Bitcoin guy, he will understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah. To make Bitcoin regulated is scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I understand that there is unregulated has other dark side, but that dark side, even with regulation, they find a way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very uncertain times, but it's a very it's the fastest growing investment the world's ever seen.
Yes.
Which is...
And just to add on that, by the way, I am a very conservative guy. I'm a very conservative, aggressive guy. I go with full leverage things, but I keep bars of gold and I keep Bitcoin in my wallet, not in an exchange.
Sure.
So I am 100-year-old in that theory because that's what it is meant for.
Yeah, of course.
And if I buy gold and I give it for somebody else or the government to keep, then the whole purpose is lost.
For sure. Agreed.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the UAE has been very open to cryptocurrency, and especially in the real estate market. Now, obviously, there are real estate developers and brokers that are accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment. Do you accept cryptocurrency?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
The challenge, though, is the banks have to accept.
Correct.
Right? If I accept cryptocurrency and I give you a property, eventually I have to convert that money into the bank.
Correct.
And then, so the whole ecosystem is still not very clear. Right? And it cannot, and banks do not accept, why? Because the banks are then regulated by X country, and the next country is calling the shots on what happens in the banking system.
Sure.
But that will change.
It's still very uncertain.
It's very gray.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
So if you ask me very clearly, we do accept, and we were actually the first ones to accept.
Wow.
But we do have challenges around it. So we have to see what source it comes from, what kind of KYC is around the particular cryptocurrency.
And sticking to sort of regulation as such.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So, I mean, listen, great feedback to hear about the property side and the AI that you're doing. Good luck with all of that.
Thank you.
One more question I want to ask you, which is a massive growing country, and that is your home country of 1.5 million residents.
Billion.
1.5 billion, excuse me. 1.5 billion, more than China now. That's India.
I'm very proud.
I have lots of cousins. Lots of cousins and relatives. 1.5 billion residents in India. I mean, it's taken over the world.
Yes.
Where do you see India in coming years? I mean...
No, India is a great growth story. India is the youngest working populations, and we are educated people. See, we are English educated. We can go around the world, as you see us everywhere, and do things in different countries as well. So, and it's like a alumni college, right? So a lot of people Google Sundar Pichai, and all Indians, Indians talking to Indians. So it's a great place. India has its challenges. India has its merits. India is a huge... The day India starts taking over the economics, it will be absolutely impossible to catch up. Right now, we are still a developing country, and we are dealing with a lot of challenges, and mainly poverty, and a lot of other things. But I think recently, actually, we just kind of had our budgets 2-3 days ago. And what the government is now doing is kind of making me think they are on the right track again, which is they have kind of thought about the middle class. I don't want to bore you with the Indian economics, but India is definitely our power to reckon with. Our foreign relationships are amazing, and we are not enemies of anybody in particular. I mean, few neighbors, spats here and there, but I don't think we have any real threat from anybody.
No.
There are political threats always. China is a big dominant force. China has some sort of synergy as well as problems with us. So it's a very geopolitically charged world. So we do have some issues, but we are not like head on with anybody, right? And which is great because that provides for the chance to grow.
Yep.
If you are busy with some kind of battle in life or in country, it doesn't give you the mental space to grow.
Yeah.
And I think India has the great opportunity right now to grow because they are not busy with any kind of battle anywhere.
Sure. Yeah, great answer. 1.5 billion population is, wow.
Yeah,
taking over the world.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big amount of power.
Yes.
If it goes in the right direction. As I said, if we go in the right direction, it will be impossible to catch up because of the population. Yeah. But if you go bad, it goes really bad.
Of course. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. One last question I want to ask you before we wrap things up, and it's been great having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
What's your thoughts on Donald Trump?
I think he's... Oh my God. Am I supposed to comment on that?
It's a question. Listen, I
mean,
yeah,
it's an opinion, of course.
It's an opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
No, of course I am, and I have an opinion. And I think Donald Trump is a showman. All he's just interested in making news.
Sure.
So it's going to be very entertaining watching him.
I just think, I mean, they're saying that he's made more deals on his first day than Biden did in 4 years.
Yeah, he signed executive orders more than. Yeah, it's like this, right? He's going to do things which are going to make news.
Yeah, of course.
I will ban you. I will stop you. I will handcuff you and send you back.
He's definitely...
I will put tariff on you. I mean, he's running a reality show in his own life.
Yeah. With the world.
Because people put him in that place.
Of course.
So it's...
It's an interesting...
as a bunch, we are very funny people. Right, humans are very funny when they are together. Yeah. Everybody individually, you meet them, everybody appears sane, but then if you put them together, they do funny things.
Absolutely.
Like electing these kind of people.
Yeah. The world is a very strange place. Listen, Ash, it's been great having you on the show.
Thank you
for your input on the property side. I mean, it's been great. Candour Real Estate, check them out. It is Ash's baby, but he's now moving into the developer side, which is great, and I wish you all the best of that. We've talked Ras Al Khaimah. We've talked crypto. There's been a lot of topics we've discussed. Thank you for coming on the show, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Cheers,
buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Woo!